Welcome to Around a Round Table. This is the episode where your favorite guests from the Wreck My podcast get together around a round table and talk about nothing and everything. I am here with the same guests as the past two episodes because I love consistency, but in case this is your first episode you're checking out, here they are. Clink. We're clinking glasses. He doesn't make it until you order it. We have Cam Molidor.
It's actually really true.
Finger licking good. We have Kreger.
Top of the morning to you.
He's got the meats. We got Joe.
Nice.
Where's the beef?
If you have to ask.
Like a Whopper, it takes two hands to hold me. I'm your host, Jordan.
Because if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
But what inspired your fast food stuff?
I was trying to think of what to do for intros, and I thought fast food slogans sound like a good one this week.
I liked that one.
Yeah,
That was good.
so
I prefer In-N-Out. That's what a boner's all about.
No, is that what In-N-Out? Is that what you get there? You get a boner?
honestly, it's a little bit of 6 to 9.
I got hepatitis at Taco Bell.
Oh, nice. You and about 100,000 other people. All right, so just to be aware here, this is going to be, on my end at least, a little bit of a pop culture heavy episode.
Cool.
Like my
That's
news
heavy,
stories
Doc.
and my stoked on this, and there's a lot of things. But before we get into the pop culture stuff, we're going to get into our first segment here. Would you rather? Yep, that means we get to do the would you rather question of the podcast. And since Kreger has been complaining we haven't had any hard ones lately,
I like
here
it
we
hard.
go. Here we go, Kreger. This one is just for you. Would you rather sacrifice your baby to save a whole town of people, or refuse to sacrifice your baby and you, your baby, and the whole town will die?
Jeez. Can you run that again?
Yeah, that one's pretty brutal. Enjoy that one.
Yeah, enjoy
Kreger.
that
Well, it's not
ethical.
just for
and-
me,
no,
for
it's just for Kreger.
Oh,
Enjoy that
really?
ethical question, Kreger.
Okay.
So you either refuse to
Can I get in a
sacrifice your
sentence?
baby. You either refuse to sacrifice your baby, but you, your baby, and a whole town will die, or you sacrifice your baby and you save everyone's life. Would you be willing to give up that baby? Are you willing to give up that baby?
Is it insensitive if I say yes?
Well,
No,
hang on.
I mean, it's a
You have to think of
hypothetical
it.
situation.
The
Hang on,
problem
you
is-
don't have a baby. Can we change this to
It's his
Ellie?
kid.
To put it in more relative terms?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what
his
if we
dog.
said it was his dog? Because he actually does have a dog.
True, but you
So-
got to think of this,
I
and the
also
problem is,
found my dog on the side of the road, so she was free.
yeah. Well,
We've already been over your love of all things free.
you also got to put it in
Which actually I
perspective
do-
here that none of us have kids, so we can't really
Yeah.
fully comprehend this idea
We
of giving
can't-
your
we
child
honestly-
up.
we
Which is
can't-
why I'm saying let's change it to a dog for
No,
Kreger.
because dog isn't even like the love someone has for a kid, especially their own kid, is far greater than a pet. It just
Yeah, it's immeasurable.
It's Thank
you
Great
didn't
word.
you didn't carry Ellie in your womb?
No.
Also, technically, to social norm, an animal being killed is not considered murder, but a
No, it's
baby
not.
is. Yeah, the vegans would fight me on that, but yeah.
PETA.
No, here's the real
PETA.
question, guys. I just wanted to say that one because he wanted a hard one.
I
This
thought
is
that was
Well, no,
funny.
like I
What's
mean,
your answer?
Well, I feel like it's almost easier because you say my baby and me will still die even if I don't sacrifice the baby.
It's a lot
so
of sex.
because you're like the baby would die anyway.
yeah, so
Sacrifice.
I feel like that, but that one seems to me there's only one logical.
But the
solution.
problem is, if you give up your baby, you then have to live your whole life with the knowledge that you let your baby die.
Then I gotta go to my wife and let's make another one.
I would,
What,
if that came to me, I don't think I'd be able to sacrifice my child. I would rather just have all of us die because I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Die
the,
together.
It's the sweet, sweet serenity and cool, sweet silence of death
Well,
that
I
we
mean,
all yearn
yeah.
for.
It
anyway.
also, I don't know, like as I don't know, that one it is a very morally difficult and ethically difficult question because like I can say without having a kid, just thinking pure logic, I would, you just sacrifice one to save
Yeah.
the greater good. But yeah, Cam, you did kind of open my eyes a little bit right there. Like, I mean, like I would give my life for like pretty much any of my friends and
Yeah,
family.
same.
So it's like, I guess, like I would have I feel like I would have no problem like giving my life for people I care about. But it's not giving up my life; it's giving up, an
Someone
innocent
else's.
child's life.
Mm-hmm.
Although
It's not your choice. It's
Yeah.
like your choice for them.
But it's
Yeah.
but it's also actually you did a good job. This is difficult because
This
no
is
matter-
difficult, and I didn't
because-
expect you to actually answer this. We're getting a little heavy. I thought we were just going to move on to my next funny segment.
I mean, I don't know, like, because it's if we're just talking very literally,
Yeah.
you sacrifice the kid because everyone's gonna die. Your kid's gonna die in both scenarios.
It's true.
So
You could save someone.
Yes.
But then again, like I said, I don't know if I'd be able to live with the knowledge that I made that decision. So I would probably make the decision by making a non-decision and just let everyone die, because then I wouldn't be there. And then it's not you. Like, none of that can fall on you because it's other people that are killing you. It's not your actions that were direct. It's more indirect.
yeah,
And then like you don't have credit card bills or student loan debt when you're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
that's true. What
We
do
get to
you-
grow into beautiful flowers.
What do you guys think Anakin would do in that situation?
Anakin?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he would slaughter all the children.
Yeah, instantly.
Yeah.
He would kill his own kid, then it's for fun, kill one more.
Yeah, all the younglings. Exactly.
Order 60.
So here's the real question, guys. Would you rather look like a potato or feel like a potato?
Feel like a potato, feel like a potato, feel like
you
a
like
potato.
this picture I got
Yeah,
of
that potato Pokemon
potato
card?
Pokemon card going?
Yeah.
He has
a
fly
level
around the
99.
room is 80 hit points. A potato flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made.
I
What?
like how
is-
it-
Do you
I like
remember
how
that?
it's-
Do you remember that Vine? It was a
I
Vine.
don't remember that
and someone
Vine.
attached a potato to their ceiling fan, and this is a girl going, "A potato flew around my room."
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I did
amazing.
not know that.
It's a
I
meme.
like how the move is grass and electric type.
Yes,
Why is
grass,
it not
electric,
flying type?
and normal. And then lie down. Lie down is just normal, and it's just be
Yeah.
a potato.
Nice.
So yeah, rather feel like a potato or look like a potato.
Can you give
How
more?
does how does you feel like a potato?
So
yeah, I was
so
gonna say.
so either you can still function like
Are we human beings made of potatoes?
yes, you're human beings made of
Potatoes?
potato.
Potato?
So you either are you look exactly how you look now, but your skin, instead of having the skin texture, feels like a potato, and if you get too hot, you get mushy.
But
Or
right, is
your
our-
other option
is our
is you don't look
skin-
anything like you look right now,
Do
and
we-
you look exactly like this potato.
Do we have the outer skin like a potato?
Yes.
Okay.
Which you would
That would
I
not
feel
be
like
good
if I decided to feel like a potato or if I decided to look like a potato, then I would at least be a little bit darker than I am.
you'd
a
have
little
a
bit more
tan.
brown. I
Yeah.
have a tan. Although
Well,
it would look
no.
like I have eczema.
That's assuming that you're picking to be a russet. Like you could be a
That's
red
true. I
skin
could be a-
potato or a
I-
Yukon
that's true.
Gold, or you could be a white potato.
I
You
want to
could
be
I
a
want to be
sweet
a,
potato.
Me too. I want to be a sweet
Yeah,
potato.
I'll be a yam.
I
I'll
wanna
be
be
orange on
French
the
fries.
inside.
I want to be the French fries. McDonald's French fries.
I feel like I would rather feel like a potato than
Same.
look like a potato.
Yeah,
I'd rather feel like a
I mean,
potato.
granted, like if you ever like were to get intimate with someone, that would make things very uncomfortable.
It'd be a little scratchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little scratchy.
Yeah, a little scratchy. Potato skin's not like the scratchies.
No,
it's not like
but
a
it's-
durian or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wouldn't be too good down there.
Mm-mm.
but
Although you might get some fiber.
But then again, what would happen?
Does
like,
it have fiber? I don't know.
What would happen?
Potatoes
Like,
don't have
what
fiber.
would happen
Fiber.
if you're like skateboarding and fall and like scrape your skin? Like, would you lose that skin forever?
No,
Prob-
there'd be succulent, delicious potato underneath.
Yeah, you'd
No,
lose that
but
skin
what-
forever, and then you'd have to worry about birds coming around.
So
you.
so then I would have to like bandage my arm.
Yeah.
So then-
With
no.
extra potato. You can take the potato
You-
and put the skin back
Wait,
on the
so
potato.
then is the other one are you like shaped like a potato?
No, you physically
No,
look like a
you
potato.
physically look like a potato.
Like I'm just a round block.
Okay, let's bring it in a little bit different here. You always look like a bipedal human. How about that?
Okay.
You either look like a potato, so you have the color of a potato where it's very spotty, very brown, weird looking, or you feel like a potato where you're kind of just like
You look like
weird
yourself, but you
texture,
feel like
but
it.
you feel so you look like yourself in both scenarios. Just either your skin complexion is that, or your
you
skin
feel like that.
touch
I'd
is
rather,
that.
I'd rather feel like that.
I would rather
Well,
feel like
are we?
that too.
Are we?
I feel like I'd rather
so-
feel like it too, but we're
so
not
I-
saying you can lose the skin or anything. We're just saying it feels
Oh,
like
okay.
your
I was
skin no
gonna- I
longer
was gonna
feels like
say,
skin.
as someone
Your
who's
skin
very
feels like a
active
potato.
and like throws my body around
Yeah.
a lot. Like
Yeah.
having the repercussions of having a body like
No.
a potato
it's not
would be
like
very
you're gonna-
detrimental to my.
Not like you're gonna
Right.
cut
I feel
yourself
like-
and break out the sour cream.
I feel like
It's gonna microwave my fingers.
I had a student last week turn in an experimental film that he just titled Cheesy Tots, and I've just been thinking about cheesy potato tots ever since. Like potato tots, tater tots.
Tater.
I'm an American.
Get those
I'm gonna say
tater tots.
tater tot.
Tater tots. Yeah, so wait, Joe, what did you say? You said feel like
Feel, yeah,
so me,
definitely.
Cam, and Joe said feel. What did you say?
I
Feel.
would probably
So we're
go
all going
feel.
with feel. It's unanimous. So we're gonna feel like a potato. We are
Potato
a
skin
potato.
isn't really that bad.
No, but it would just look like you have eczema. Like I would rather feel like a potato.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So we're gonna move into our.
Sorry for everyone who has
yeah,
eczema.
yeah. Sorry. I mean, I kind of have it, but not that bad.
I don't.
Yeah. All right.
My skin is smooth.
All I wanna do is drink beer for
All right, so we're now going to talk about some beer, and unfortunately, everything I have written down here is about the Victory at Sea, which we did not start with.
No.
We started with the Wiser Dude from the Dudes Brewing Company. Where to go? Here, hand that over here so I can read this can. So the Dudes Brewing Company is a group of breweries in the Southern California area. We have one in our town in Valencia, but I think the original one was in Torrance. Also, you can hear us talk about the Dudes Brewing Company on two episodes ago, I think it was, for Super Bowl, where we did a live podcast there for Super Bowl Sunday before the game started. But this one we're drinking here, the Wiser Dude, it is a classic American Pilsner. It is 5% alcohol or 5.9% alcohol. I can't tell. I don't know what the IBUs are because it doesn't list it on here, but I'm going to say not a lot of IBUs, probably like lower than 40 or 30, somewhere in there. So it says, in the Dudes Brewing Company, what's up? 5 ABV.
Alcohol. It's just
yeah, we still don't know what the IBUs are though. And the whole shtick of the Dudes is kind of a homage to Big Lebowski. Yeah. So they got a dude on here doing the thinker pose, but it looks like the dude from Big Lebowski. Does he have a full name? Theodore Thatchett.
No, it's just the dude. The dude abides.
The dude abides. So it says here, he was a wise dude who invented beer. Say, friend, you got any more of that good sarsaparilla? Sorry, fresh out. We do, however, have this. It's Wiser Dude, a classic American Pilsner, clean and fresh. It's a throwback to a simpler time. Pair this dude with an open lane, 10 pins, good company, and your trusty bowling ball. And well, my friends, you've got yourself an evening. The dude abides. Take comfort in that. Boom. There you go. That was really hard to read because that font is
it's
not
a terrible font.
That font is not doing anything for that can.
For all of our California listeners.
What'd you say?
It's terrible.
It's terrible. That's a terrible font.
You can get this beer at the Dudes Brewing Company, which is located in Santa Monica, Huntington Beach, Torrance, and Thousand Oaks, and Valencia, Santa Cruz.
And they do free shipping on all.
They do free shipping online, on some stuff, online in the
for
area.
Certain locations.
Yeah, and the 4-pack was what, $5?
Yeah.
It's
So
fairly,
right now,
it's
that's
fairly
amazing.
priced, yeah.
At least at our Valencia location, the Wiser Dude and the Cerveza are both $5. They range from, I believe, $7.99 to like $10 or $12.99 for 4-packs. So it's
really, I've never seen one that high before.
Yeah.
No, they raised all their prices.
Oh, did they? Because all the 4-packs I used to get were like $8.50.
When they opened, most of their 4-packs were $5 to $6.
Yeah, they were really cheap back then.
They've become more popular.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And they have a lot more beers out now too.
A $5 4-pack's great.
That's great. Even a $8 4-pack.
And they're all pint sized too.
Yeah,
they're not just like a
16
regular
ounces.
can,
and most of their beers are really delicious. There's like one or two I had where I was like, that's okay. But when you have like 50 beers, you're gonna have one or two that I'm probably not gonna enjoy that much. It's personal preference.
Right.
But that's the Dudes Brewing Company.
They also have their own podcast that we've worked together with closely as well.
Well, we've worked adjacent with.
Well, me and Cam have been on their podcast,
really?
and we've had people from their
From their
on ours.
From their
Their Plash/Slash.
Follow us on all platforms.
Those platforms. What do you guys think of the beer?
It's really good.
It's refreshing.
The reason I got it is because it's
a Pilsner.
It's the Pilsner. It's very like light and easygoing.
Yeah.
But it's not like the bland it's just like barely tastes like anything but water. It has like a nice little flavor and body to it without being too overpowering.
This is what every Budweiser should be replaced with, because guess what? They don't use high fructose corn syrup either.
No, they don't.
So go take that and stick it up your butt, Bud Night.
Yeah. Butt
Night.
It was super drinkable. I already finished my glass. I didn't even think about it. It was just delicious, and I drank it.
Well, it was funny because we have the other beers here are all stouts and porters,
They're all
and then
thick.
Carter showed up with the Pilsner, and we're like, all right, we got to do the Pilsner first, because once we drink one of those, we're just going to be like,
in my defense, I gave you an option. I was
like,
I
said,
Jordan,
just pick whatever you want.
Hey, Jordan, do you have any input as to what I should get? And he's like, no, you pick. I'm like, you're going to make the indecisive person pick? He's like, yes.
Yes, because I am an evil bastard.
When he set me up for failure, because he could have told me, well, we have all porters and stouts here.
Well,
so
I didn't know Cam
picked
picked up a stout yet either,
Yeah,
too.
mine was a surprise.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
I brought a surprise stout.
But we'll do another review a little bit later in the podcast here.
Real quick, though, I was just looking at this thing for the thing we're going to review later. And
that's a thing?
Yeah, Jeff Pocock doesn't know how to write a W. It just is like a weird shape.
Yeah, it looks like a U, so it's ooich.
You know, did like the slightest little blip.
You know what this Wiser Dude would be good for is any sort of barbecue or
Oh,
4th
yeah.
of July type event.
Or a slice of hot pizza.
Yeah, this is a
Oh,
perfect beer for that.
I like my pizza
or
more
like
mild.
playing, games of all kinds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say beer pong. This would be a good beer for beer pong.
I've
Yeah.
heard of that. What is it?
So it's this thing where you play ping pong, but you have to put a beer hang around your neck at the same time as you're giving sexual favors under the
table? And do you just yell ping?
Yeah, and you yell ping the whole
And
time.
they under the table will yell pong.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a mix of
Who's in my mouth and Marco Polo?
Marco Polo. That's so funny. I almost said it's almost like a game of Christopher Columbus.
What does that mean?
That's Marco Polo in my brain.
Christopher Columbus like pretending to discover
Yeah,
America?
it's my
Yeah.
brain.
I'm going to pretend to discover you people, then kill a bunch of people.
Oh my God.
Oh God! Oh, and that's
Happy
why this is wrong
holidays.
right now. up
I
here.
thought this was India.
All right, you guys ready for? Oh, yeah, it's always
I
hot
just
in
needed
here,
my
huh?
computer
is always
service.
hot.
Yeah,
Damn.
watch the video and see Cam take his sweater off.
I do
because it
take my
always
sweater
gets
off
hot
and
in
I
here.
expose all my tats so they can
Yes.
see my Cubone popping out right here from this angle.
And we got
That was tats,
all
not tits.
of our viewers on YouTube, which is me.
now we have a few viewers on YouTube, and you can also see that Cam's wearing a dude's shirt and Krager's wearing a dude's hat. And we're drinking a dude's beer, and me and Joe are dudes, so
So
we
it's
got
all very
we got
fitting.
a dude's
And
thing
I
going
felt
on
like
right
a
now.
really big douchebag because I forgot
a dude's bag.
A dude's bag.
a dude's bag because I was wearing my dude's hat when I walked in. And like I forgot I was wearing it because this came from the gym. And then I walked in like 3 steps in. I'm like, oh, okay.
You know what? I want to create a pizza place called The Gym, so people would be like, I was just at the
Oh, I
gym.
was just at the gym. That's
and
a
I
great
came
idea.
here right after I went to the gym.
Or we can just buy a bar and name it the gym.
No.
Oh, that's a
that's
good
good.
idea too.
And
So
we
we
can
could do
sell
that,
pizza at
or-
the bar.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll be the head chef,
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'll be the head.
accountant.
Sure.
I'll be the head mixologist.
Oh,
and
that's
Joe will
good.
be the head.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
the head, dude.
He's heady.
Moving on.
Oh, well, one other small
Oh, you
thing.
want to bring up? Fine, just take over the podcast. Yeah, go
Everyone,
for it.
welcome to Krager's show.
The Krager Show.
Welcome to Krager's Corner.
But corner store with a K.
Yeah, exactly.
Why? I don't know.
In Acton, there's a pizza place called The Pizza Place.
Oh, is
And
it
it's
really?
actually quite delicious.
On Act, is it?
What
Is
do they sell there?
Better jokes than you got.
Uh-huh.
So fun fact, I've actually been to the pizza place.
Isn't it good?
It is good.
Yeah.
I
Really
like
good.
it. It's,
There's not much
quite
for those of you that don't
enjoyable.
live around here. There's not much out in Acton. I think there's about 4
I know.
cows and a 7-Eleven.
I
That's
mean,
it.
it's essentially
and
just
the pizza place.
There's
or
actually nice land and expense. Like there's like several.
Oh, there's some
million
nice
dollar
houses out there, but there's like
my
nothing
grandparents
out
have
there.
like 10 acres.
It's
but-
essentially one road.
It is essentially one road.
I don't know if you guys
And
know,
it's a
but
freeway.
there's this really good place next to me out here. It's called Little Caesars.
Yeah, that place, Detroit style pizza.
I
we
used,
love
I
that.
used to
Detroit-style pizza.
absolutely love Little Caesars, and now it just gives me bad heartburn.
Oh, it gave me that the whole time.
Now, I
But-
do have a question for you. If you were to choose between
Welcome
one
to
of those
the Joe
custom
Show.
ones, Mod Pizza, Pizza Rev, Toppers, what are you going towards?
Well, Toppers isn't like Pizza Rev or Mod because the Pizza
Find
Rev
out.
and Mod are the ones
okay,
you go
so
up.
Pizza Rev, Mod
Pyology.
Pizza, and Pyology.
And
Those-
Blitz.
And Blaze,
Blaze,
yeah.
yeah.
Blaze.
Blaze
So-
Pizza. So which one are you
I
going
feel like
to?
there's one we're missing, but
I don't know. I would rather just make my own goddamn pizza at home.
yeah, me too.
Watch
The
your
one that you
freaking
buy
mouth. I
at the
have
grocery
virgin
store.
No,
You
not
eat
like a
'em.
DiGiorno. Like I want to make
Get the
my
dough.
own. I want to make my own dough
By
and
the way,
do everything.
Yeah, but not
Like,
everyone
call
has
out
like
to
a
Albertsons
wood
signature
fire
select
brick oven,
pre-
whatever.
pizza.
Dude, well, I
They're
do.
they're $4.
Yeah, seriously, what I'm eating when I get home after this is I did buy one of the store brand Ralph pizzas that
Oh,
are
no.
delicious
No,
that are
I-
sitting in my freezer that was $4.50.
I go to Albertsons and they have their own like Albertson brand pizzas. They had like a sale like buy 5 and they're $3.99 each for like flat bread.
That sounds like one good dinner.
No, it's amazing. I'm like no, because they have a chicken Alfredo pizza.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing and diarrhea
no,
all at the same
no,
time.
it is so good.
That's Krager's favorite. That's
No,
all
like
we
when I
order.
order from Domino's, I do that. I take off the zesty tomato sauce. I put on Alfredo sauce and I add chicken, and it's like
You just
so
made everyone
good.
in New York that listens to us have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Are there people in New York
Although-
that listen to us?
Yep.
I'm sure there are. Although there's so many people in New York that listen to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a following.
We got a
over
following over there.
I
They
was
love-
just
they
gonna
love
do
us
like
over
a
there.
New Yorker voice, but it was literally just stereotypical
Hey, I'm
Italian
walking
voice.
in.
Yeah, and I was
Before
like,
we
oh.
ring this back in, do you remember that one time I was in Acton at Crazy House with my grandparents, and you were randomly there with your family?
I do remember that. That
But
was
it was
so
like
weird.
before
That was a
we-
long,
that was like
time ago.
I'd met you like once or twice.
Yeah,
before
that was a long time
like,
ago.
weren't you guys like traveling somewhere?
I think we were on our way out to Vegas or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
It was
so weird.
funny.
This is relevant. Okay,
I was
so
gonna say,
moving.
how did we get here?
Yeah, I don't know. We started with beer, now we're on
We
pizza.
drove.
We drove
Where am I?
right off the cliff.
Dude, where's
Roads
my car?
where we're going, we don't need roads.
Oh, that's heavy, Doc.
Okay, moving on to the next section.
Is there something wrong with the gravitational pull?
So I seriously, for my news story, I have a thing that's a whole
You
page.
didn't let me do my intro.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Krager.
Welcome to the Wreck My Podcast News with Jordan Zeiblinger, Jaboobaloob, Cubaloo, Boobus, Cameron, Curly Hair Mullador.
Oh,
No more money?
That's just a trait.
There's no more Cam Money Mulliner. Where'd all your money go,
I
Cam?
don't know, but it's just apparently he just looked at my Punnett square of
Yeah.
like hair traits.
Well, that's ruined now.
It's ruined. Okay, so guys, I don't know if you want me to read this whole thing, but I have a whole page news story on. It's entitled "Star Wars Episode 9 Theory." There are no gray Jedi, only a rule of 2.
Yeah, read it.
So Star Wars fans are eagerly waiting.
Jedi, there's only the rule of 2.
Okay, so I'll just break it
I
down
like
for you.
that.
So essentially, you know how everyone had the theory
Number
that
two,
about the
Lord.
gray Jedi, and they thought that like Rey and Kylo were going to be the gray Jedi
right,
and all
right.
that. They're essentially saying that the gray Jedi aren't going to exist because those are completely contradicting statements to Jedi and Sith. Like the whole point
Yeah.
of them is light and dark. You can't have something in the middle and call them a Jedi or a Sith or whatever. So what they think is going to happen, since this is the end of the Skywalker saga, and they've kind of announced that and everything, that the reason. So hang on. Let me read here. The finale to the Star Wars sequel trilogy has been wrapped in so much secrecy that we don't even know yet the official name of the film. However, we do know one of its main goals. It's already been made clear in the official announcements that Episode 9 will serve as the ending of the 9-part Skywalker saga, which began in the Star Wars prequel and ends here. It says... I said the story continues to outline the idea and theory behind Grey Jedi, which is where a Jedi neither falls in the light or dark side, but somewhere in the middle. It explains how this is a contradiction to the lore of Jedi and Sith and probably won't happen, but they theorize that an abridged version of the Rule of 2 may come into play. The Rule of 2 is a the Rule of 2 is a popular law that Sith abide by, where only a master and apprentice can exist, and comicbook.com thinks some version of this may take place in Episode 9. The reason this Rey and Kylo yin-yang theory is now taking a more solid shape is the fact that a news report about Star Wars Episode 9 points to the film introducing a new threat to the galaxy, one that threatens the Resistance and the First Order alike, making Star Wars drop the rumor that this threat would emerge from the beyond, a likely rebranding of the unknown regions from the Star Wars expanded lore. It's an ominous, vague expanse of the galaxy which basically serves as fertile ground for any big news threatens the Star Wars creators wanted... any big new threats that Star Wars creators wanted to introduce, and according to canon, it's also where Luke's hideaway on Ahch-To is located. This threat from the beyond doesn't have a specific name, though the initial rumor does say it could involve the Knights of Ren. Thanos, yeah. That would be insane.
Yeah.
The details aren't nailed down, but what's being floated is one of two scenarios. The Knights of Ren have been off in the beyond this whole time and come back with warning of the threat that's approaching from the region.
Okay.
Or the Knights of Ren come back as the threat from the beyond, having obtained some kind of power they sought out and return to take out Kylo Ren and his First Order, as the last Skywalker is the only threat to their power. The latter case would be a great way to tie the sequel trilogy finale back to the vision of the Knights of Ren that Rey saw in The Force Awakens, but whatever the threat from the beyond turns out to be, it would have two big desired effects: forcing Rey and Kylo to unite their Force powers and set the franchise up for a conflict that continues after the Skywalker saga. So essentially what they're saying is the Knights of Ren have kind of been dropped.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on. They've teased that something from the beyond is going to come and threaten everyone. So they think that's why it's kind of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. They're going to... Reapers like from Mass Effect? Yeah, that would be cool. There's a lot of...
The Ghost of Han Solo?
The Ghost of Han Solo comes back. I'm thinking it's going to have to do with Thrawn maybe, but they've already put him in canon, so maybe not. But yeah, I don't know. That's interesting that now they kind of like shack up to be like a power to stop this threat, but then neither one of them are good or bad. They kind of meet in the middle.
Well, I don't care if like the fans think that the Jedi and Sith are so polarizing, but I mean there's still people that become Force sensitive, right? Like Rey recognizes it so much later in life, so there is a good chance that she's going to be like, hey, there's some good in doing bad things,
Yeah.
and there's some bad in doing good things.
And I would also liken this to any religion. Like you
that's
have
what
extremists in
Jedi
anything.
and Sith
Yeah, exactly.
are.
You have extremists in anything. So when you look at the prequel trilogy, those are the extremists. Those are the ones who are like, we can't do this, we can't do this, we have to do this, we have to do this, and they stay to this strict law for traditional purposes only, not
Right.
because it's effective or useful or anything.
But just because that's how it always was.
Exactly. So who's to say that a Jedi can't be there but not fall into this box that the extremist Jedis have created, you know? So I don't think that the gray Jedi is contradictory, but
No, it's
Well,
not contradictory whatsoever.
Well, isn't a lot of Star Wars has to do with like balance, like
Yes.
balance of the
That's
light
all
and
it
dark,
is.
and
Yeah.
it's really
yeah, so you always
simple.
have to have a bad person and a good person, otherwise there'd be no balance.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
And we
I thought that was an
already
interesting
know-
news story.
we already know that Episode 9 is going to end with everyone dissolving from the Infinity
Yeah,
Gauntlet.
exactly. I really want them to do a Marvel Star Wars crossover. That would be
See,
amazing.
for me, it's like, I don't know. I'm someone who has really been, I've despised how the whole just, I don't know, movie making business as of late puts so many spoilers and trailers to hook people. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I enjoy going to movies not knowing what's going to happen and being
Yeah.
surprised and, you know, taking it in for the first time. Like when you watch movies and like the big spoiler, like that, the last Terminator movie that came
Yeah.
out.
Oh, when Arnold Schwarzenegger was a
Genesis.
flamingo the whole time?
Yeah.
With
That was the greatest
Amelia
thing ever.
Clark.
Yeah. that
No,
made the movie.
they gave
But,
away the plot twist in the trailer,
exactly,
which
and
was
I was
annoying.
like, I was pretty disappointed. Like, it didn't ruin the movie.
Here's the thing, though, is J.J. Abrams is notorious for not letting you know everything that's going on in a movie.
Yep.
And I would say that some of the bigger blockbusters are actually keeping themselves secret. Like Endgame, I'm pretty sure we have no idea what's
Well, I
happening in
also-
Endgame.
w-
No,
Like, I
especially
feel
how
like
long
everything
it's
that
gonna
we
be.
have
Well-
seen has been like the first 20
Well,
minutes.
also one
I
thing
know
that
someone
one thing
who
that
knows
Well,
what's going
yeah.
on.
I was watching some YouTube videos and they
Yeah.
were talking about like stuff to look for the end game, and they say trailers that are released, don't believe everything you see, because the
Oh, yeah.
trailers that were released for Infinity War.
They had a ton of things that didn't
Well,
actually
no,
make it
you
to
see
the
this
film.
in the trailer. Everyone's running to fight in
Yeah.
Wakanda, and you see the Hulk.
Yeah.
And if you see when it actually happened,
The
in
Hulk
movie,
never shows up.
There's no Hulk. He's just Bruce Banner in the suit. So it's like they actually, and they point out a couple scenes in the trailer where like when they're all walking with the silhouettes, you
Yeah.
see an awkward space.
Yeah,
where there
exactly.
Could be another person.
Yeah. Well, speaking of someone we know that knows about the Marvel films.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Cole did say that for the pick, since he's a Patreon, for the pick for our topic is when Captain Marvel comes out, he wants us to do an episode on Captain
Oh,
Marvel since
awesome.
he worked
Oh,
on
Yeah,
it.
nice.
he worked on it.
Yeah. So we're going to do an episode the week after Captain Marvel comes out.
That's
on
when he
Captain
was
Marvel.
living out here, was when he was working on that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Did he work on Endgame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's crazy. Anyway, you guys got any news stories?
I do. I have one. It's almost as long as Jordan's. Beagle adopts baby possum, and it's as cute as you think it is.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so there's a video here. It happened in Australia. There's like a video of a beagle.
The least likely place for like something of benevolence to happen.
Right,
Australia.
right. And the beagle was distraught after it lost its pup.
To Molly the beagle after her puppies died at birth.
Oh.
Mike.
That was until a pawsome new friend came into her life just days later. Poss climbed aboard and now won't leave the saddle.
They've just been inseparable. She's looked after it. It was abandoned.
The bushy buddies might be from different parts of the animal kingdom, but they share a special bond.
A special bond.
That is, I want our news anchors to have Australian
I know, it makes it
accents.
so much more
That makes it way more
intriguing,
interesting.
yeah.
And he used the pun possum.
I know. So I saw that earlier today, and I was like, well, you definitely need to talk about that.
That's super cool. I love the animal stuff where like they get to get along and get
Yeah.
together. It warms my heart.
Yeah.
It's great. And then that's why I follow shelters on Instagram, because then it just kills my heart because you see all these poor animals that aren't adopted yet.
Can we say that like Australian possums are so much less scary than
Yeah,
our possums?
that didn't look scary at all.
No.
I remember when I was growing up as a kid, we had possums in our backyard, and my parents caught them in like one of those little like cage trap things, and they were like ready to bite
Oh
through
yeah,
the
they're
steel.
evil.
They
yeah.
were mad
Yeah.
Yeah.
and hissy. Hiss. Anyone else got a news story?
I do. For anyone who wasn't paying attention, last week the NASA Marv rover.
Oh yeah.
What's Marv?
Marv. NASA's
It's my favorite. It's my favorite planet.
His
Marv.
name is Marv.
He's one guy on the planet. Hello down there.
He's a bartender over at Lazy Dog. Shout out Marvin.
Marv.
What up?
All right,
The
so
Marvin.
NASA's Mars rover after a 15-year mission, finally died. I guess you can say.
Oh, how much is that in robot years?
But it gave out one last message
Yeah, it
before
did.
it went
Uh-oh.
dark to NASA, and it's
Suck
such
my
like
dick.
the most like emo message.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh no,
It's-
robot
it
emo.
sends a message just saying my battery is low and it's getting dark.
That's it.
Yeah.
and then it lost all communication with the rover.
Oh no, that's so sad.
And there's like photos and things of it, and
Poor
people
Marv.
are getting like emotional over it, and it's great.
Oh, poor Marv. That's terrible.
Yeah, Marv the Mars rover.
Oh, Marv the Mars rover. Do you have one, Krager?
Actually, I do.
Worn out faces.
What the heck is going on?
More
right
Tears
now?
for Fears.
Oh.
Yeah, so golfer Matt Kuchar.
Ooh, I love that last name.
Yes.
Kuchar.
Is that like
So,
Ashton?
No. It's a Kuchar, not a Kutcher.
Oh, it's not Ashton Kutcher.
It's with an OU, not just a U.
No. No, Kuchar is with a Kuchar.
Oh, with no T.
Kuchar.
No T in
No
there.
T.
So
Kuchar.
anyway, so he had won a tournament a little while ago, and his caddy had to bow out, so he
Yeah.
got a replacement caddy. And apparently,
Was it Flavor Flav?
no,
Oh, that'd be the best caddy
That would
ever.
be insane.
no. So he ended up winning, and so the winner of that tournament gets, I think, he got like $1.3 million.
And how much did his caddy get?
So here's the thing, so he only gave the caddy $5,000. And like a lot,
What?
And so a lot of people, a lot of the golfers, they give their caddies more, closer to like $50,000 to $100,000.
Right.
And so like everyone's getting outraged and saying, "Oh, this is crazy. He should pay him more." But also like it kind of brings up a really good debate. Like so, I was listening to Colin Cowherd, and he brings up a lot of good points. He was saying like I was listening to a bunch of different radio places, and so like people were calling in saying, "Oh, he should get like 10, 25, 50,000," and like radio personalities like, "Oh, he should get like 100, 200, 300,000," and then like professional golfers are calling in saying, "No, he should get like 10%." So it's like, first of all, there is no one is in like agreement as to what this guy should have gotten.
Yeah.
So that brings up the question, what should caddies really be making, and how important are they? Because there's difference. Like some caddies are vital, like they've been with their golfer for years,
And they know what to
every shot they're
recommend.
talking to.
Yeah.
You know, this was a replacement sub last minute caddy. So there's that whole debate going on. But then no one talks about the fact that it got released that the Kuchar and the caddy, great movie title.
Oh, that's great.
Kutcher and the caddy.
They had predetermined terms.
Yeah.
And it was like, if he doesn't like place, he gets $1,000. If he places, it's like $2,000. If he places in the top 20, he gets $3,000. Top 10, $4,000. And then
And if he can convince me that golf is important, he'll get $100,000.
Yeah.
no.
Honestly,
so,
though, that
Change
dude
my
just
mind.
that
No,
dude just
so-
made $5,000 for
No.
walking around
That-
all
no,
day.
no,
Yeah.
seriously,
That's
that's
the
kind of the
biggest thing.
point.
No, so they agreed upon like if top 10, $4,000. They never agreed upon the winning price because
Yeah, so he got even more.
So he gave him $5,000, $1,000 more than the agreed upon thing.
Yeah.
So people like getting up in arms. One, this guy just made $5,000 for like 3 days of work carrying around a golf
Yeah,
bag.
you just walked around.
and he didn't and he's a sub-in. It's not like he had like steady going on.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's like, dude, it's your fault for being a poor judgment of like doing a deal. You agreed to these terms. You
Yeah.
could have asked for more, you know? And like I just read that unfortunately Kuchar is going to apologize and give this guy $50K. I'm like, that's so bad. Like, no, it's not
peer pressured into it.
Yeah,
like
seriously.
Kuchar's not in the wrong here. And
That's
like,
the
he's getting
problem.
all the hate.
That's the problem with social media these days is you can literally shame someone into doing things that aren't even like that are pointless. Because this is a transaction between two people. No one else's opinion should matter because they both agreed to something beforehand with all the facts on the table, and that's between them. And that people can stick their dumb little fingers into whatever they want just is so annoying.
That's my subtitle for my movie. He sticks his dumb
Dumb
little
little
fingers
fingers,
into
those
whatever he
dumb
wants.
sticking
Rob
fingers.
Schneider is a thumb.
Krager, do you know if this is their only pay or if this is like a bonus on top of their pay?
I just heard about this on the radio while I was working, so I haven't done a terrible amount of research, but I could do more and update next week. But the basic premise of this is it's so annoying how our in society, and like it's happening a lot in many different aspects of life, people do one thing, and if you just look at it in a vacuum, like there's nothing wrong with it. But people in social media think they have some kind of power, and in the end, instead of people being strong and just sticking by their guns, because one, it's probably gonna blow over because we live in like a goldfish memory like society.
Yeah,
where, like we're on to the next thing, and two is like you're just giving in and giving them more powers. Like on small stuff like this, there's no way he's gonna get any major blowback.
Yeah, the problem is they always say that opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one and they all stink.
Yeah.
But now with the internet, that smell can just be sent everywhere,
No,
which is
was
really
that the
annoying.
Was that a play on words?
Yeah.
No, and the worst part
Was it?
Sent.
Oh, it was. Yeah, I'm going to say it was.
And nice. But the worst part about it is there's so much anonymity.
Anonymity.
Yeah.
Anonymity. Anonymity.
Anonymity.
Anonymous stuff.
Yeah, like people are all anonymous.
The
It's just
anonymous
like,
word.
Anonymity.
I think if our society is heading in the way it's going, it should become more like, like if you are gonna say stuff on the internet, it's gonna be linked to you forever, and people are gonna know about you.
Well, it kind of is already.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
already like
but
that.
people just don't care.
No, people can easily create.
That was
Twitter
kind of like
accounts.
the
That's true.
whole
That's
rise
true.
of the PC thing.
I'm terrified of everyone finding my karaoke videos from 2004.
Yeah, you know what it just comes down to is we all just need to stop caring what other people say. Like there's
Yeah.
certain people you need to care about.
Yeah.
Like your family, your friends, like law enforcement. You can't murder that person. Like you need to care about what those people say. But like when it comes to other people, it's like okay, that's cool.
No, and like
Bye.
And like I'm someone.
Thank you. Next.
No,
what
and
is
I'm
that new
someone
Ariana
who-
Grande
who-
song?
I'm
Ariana
a
Grande
very
song.
accommodating, like people pleasing person, and like that was a huge problem when I was younger. Was always caring what people thought, and like it's only up until recently that I've made huge steps into like
I gotta go potty.
Oh,
changing that. So like
Cam's gonna go potty.
That's definitely something that our society needs to work on.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just thought it was something that was like sports related, but also like kind of like topical, but also
Yeah.
like has a little bit of deeper meaning. It was cool.
well,
Today
yeah, it's
on
kind of
going
annoying.
deep with Krager.
Yeah, man, Krager's going deep everywhere, and he didn't say that yesterday on Valentine's Day. Okay, so
You weren't there. You don't know.
I wasn't there. I don't know. Yeah, you're
So
right.
now you guys know what day we're recording this.
Yeah. So you guys, I have one other quick little news story here. So the Signal,
Cool whip.
yeah, cool whip. The Signal, which is the magazine or newspaper out here in our
Santa
town
Clarita.
of Santa Clarita, it reported that Santa Clarita is among the top 25 healthiest cities in the U.S. We're number 24. So
we made it, guys.
I was gonna say that seems like a conflict of interest that the magazine for the city did a study and says that the city it's magazining for, yes, that's a word, magazining for, is in the top
Magazining.
25 healthiest cities.
And not only was it like that they did their own research, but they couldn't even do it properly where we were number one.
Yeah, right? Come on. Well, no, it's
We're
kind of like when you get a
24.
fake ID, you can't say like, oh, you're 32 or 21.
can't be
You gotta be
21
somewhere.
exactly.
Yeah, you got to be somewhere like in the middle. You got to be like 23, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, it's like it's kind of like shows you like how poor it is on their part because nowadays you can spin numbers any way you want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that this like study was done from a different party and they're just
I'm sure.
reporting on it. But it's only out of 174 cities, which means they took 174 cities in America and rated them. Now, granted, they're taking the largest population, like suburban cities, I'm sure, and it was all on the amount of fast food restaurants per capita, I think it said, and how much green space there is, like hike trails, paseos, and stuff. So, of course, our town is built around
is-
like hiking trails and paseos. So, of
That-
course,
yeah,
we're going
we
to
have
skew
these
higher there.
Terrible
Yeah.
criteria.
When I read a little bit further, I was like, these are just those stupid articles that literally have no weight to them whatsoever.
Awesome
Yeah,
town.
awesome town. Okay, guys, we're gonna move on to our next segment.
Moving on.
It's time to ponder some stuff, guys.
Let's do it.
With this funky song from Ocean's Job. That's called back to
Ocean's
last
Job?
episode. So here's your thing to ponder this week, guys. Why isn't the word phonetics spelled the way it sounds?
That's funny.
Bop.
Interesting.
Hooked on
bop.
Pahonics worked for me.
Phonetic.
So yeah, why isn't it phonetic? It should just be an
phonetic.
F. F-O-N-E-T-I-C. Phonetic.
Yeah, and
Come on.
probably a K at the end of that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Phonetic. Phonetic. Yeah. So,
Phonetic, if you're in a different
phonetic.
country.
so there you go. That's that.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got to ponder.
Wow.
Bring it out, guys. Bring it out.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, moving on to our next segment, actually.
I wanted to keep dancing to that.
Oh boy.
While we haven't heard or seen it, there was something to perceive in level type and hype. Give us something to believe on. When they chose to focus emphasis, we're forming a hypothesis. But all we really know is that we're stoked on this. Stoked on this. Stoked on this.
And if you watch the YouTube version, you get to watch us rocking out every week to that song. So thank you, Ben from Petrified Gumbo Music, for providing that to us.
You're the man, dude.
So I'm going to let you guys do if you have any stoked on this for this week. Stoked on this is what we're excited for this week in pop culture or life in general. Krager has the creepiest face almost ever, so I'm going to let him go first before he explodes and we get sour cream all over us.
So all of you already know about this, but I'm going to spread the word to everybody.
Like HIV.
So the best beer ever invented is on tap at Lazy Dog.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Jaboobaloob and Cameron Money Maholador.
Mahome?
Oh, is that why you guys were hanging out last night? Because you went and got it?
No, so
we were hanging out because
no.
we're all single and went to a Valentine's Day thing.
But no, we weren't like prowling. We're just like
We were all single and sad.
Did you say we went to a
weren't
bar?
out prowling?
Yeah, we weren't out prowling.
No, we weren't out
I
prowling.
thought
We're just
he
friends.
said we weren't proud about it.
No, we were it was fun. We just like
Yeah.
went out
Yeah, we
with
had a good time.
friends, and then
Yeah, good.
So it kind of sucked. It was like towards the end of the night we were out. But I was getting beer. I was like, oh, do you guys still have your house stout or porter? Like, oh no, we stopped carrying that. Like, we have Guinness. I'm all like, do you have anything
You're
else?
like,
And then she's like, actually, we have this new Belching Beaver one. I'm like, what's it called? And she's like, let me look it up. She's like, oh, it's Belching Beaver. I'm like, no, that's the name of the company. Can you
What is
tell me
it?
what it's called? She's like, let me go check. She came out. It's like, I think it's called like Taste Like. I'm like, get me one. No.
Tastes like, and she was like, tastes like ass. It's a new one they came out with. It's like Harry Potter
so they
themed.
so if you guys haven't watched our previous episode where we talked about this, it is by Belching Beaver Brewery. It is called Taste Like Space, and it is a stout. It's a milk stout that tastes like a Milky Way bar and is the most delicious and widely accepted. Like we have very wide variety of tastes at this table.
Yeah.
And then we had a group of, it was us three plus another like 4 or 5 people with varying tastes, men and women, and all of them loved this beer.
Yeah, it's delicious.
beer is
Yeah.
excellent.
Can I have a hot take real quick? I tried it for the first time last week. Not as big a fan as you guys are. I thought it tasted fake.
You tried it.
I didn't try.
Oh,
I
you didn't
didn't.
taste
I was the
it.
only one who
We're the
tasted
only
it.
ones that did.
Yeah, I didn't try it till last week for 2 of them, and I thought it was good. It was good, but it only got a 4.25 on my scale, which is not as high as some things did. Because here's what I figured out: is because of the caramel flavor, I can taste the artificialness of it. And it kind of just threw the flavor profile off a little bit for me. So you hyped it up so much, I thought I was going to be drinking a Milky Way in liquid form. So when I tasted it, and it tasted just like a beer with fake caramel flavoring in it, I was like, oh. It's still good.
So Jordan's wrong.
Did
Well,
it taste
then-
like space?
It did taste like space.
There you go.
You could maybe see. I don't know. I always go into everything with lower expectations than I should, so I enjoy. That's why.
Yeah, but I didn't have that option.
Yeah.
Because everyone told
Yeah,
me
we all
this is the
adore it.
best thing ever.
That's why Krager is so easy to please.
You're not wrong.
Well, Krager ordered it, told me that they had it, and Joe and I immediately ordered our own.
Yeah.
I was this close to just ordering it for them.
Wait,
without asking
so
them.
wait, you were with them last night when you texted our group text with the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just text me directly? You were with the 2 of them. I was the only one in that group text that
I
wasn't
don't
there.
know, I felt like
You had to make sure it was in like everyone's feed.
He likes us.
Yeah.
I just find it
We had to
funny.
be, we had to be a part of
I'm
it.
a very inclusive person.
I just
don't
found it
like to
funny
exclude
you
people.
group texted pretty much the majority of people you were hanging out with that night.
I thought it was amazing. I was so happy that it was there.
Yeah, me too.
That's great.
And I
Yeah.
had already
It was-
had too
Now
much
I'm gonna
by
go to
then.
Lazy Dog.
And also, I'm stoked on this. So I work 6 days a week, and the boss said no one's working tomorrow, so I have a Saturday off. So everyone here listening to this on Monday, if you want to hang out with me, go back in time to Saturday and let's do something.
Go back 2 days and you're good. I like that.
Yeah, get your time machine. He needs friends.
All right, Cam, what are you
I have
stoked
a
on?
couple-
See,
I have a
I've
cou-
been positive, and
Oh, wait.
you're not going to bring me down.
Well, how about we take a break real quick in the middle of the stoked on this because that's professional, and let's drink get another
Witch
beer in
Doctor?
our mouths.
Yeah,
and
okay.
then,
Ooh, which one are we going for?
Witch Doctor.
Cam
And
brought the witch doctor, and this is
Here.
what he said. Ooh,
Let's clean
ee,
out our
ooh,
glasses.
ting, tang. Gonna
Walla, walla,
drink
bing,
this beer. Oh, ee, ooh, gonna
Ting, ting,
drink
drink some more beer.
Ooh, ee, ooh, Cam brought a really nice beer. Ooh, ee, ooh,
It's
Joe is looking
10.4%.
yeah, buddy.
Do you guys want to talk about that beer? Well,
Yeah.
So
Talking
this is
about-
from our local, probably home brewery. This is Pocock Brewing Company. I host trivia there every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. for Trivia with Buds.
Yes.
And they are the nicest group of dudes. They have the best beer I've ever had in my entire life.
Not to be confused with the Dudes Brewing Company.
Yeah. And even as much as I love the dudes, this place holds a very, very high
I
I put
agree.
this on a pedestal.
I love Pocock.
But this is their chocolate stout called the Witch Doctor, which is 10.4 ABV. Doesn't have the IBUs on here, but Jordan's magic mouth will be able to tell us probably what range it's in.
32.8.
Oh, okay.
I
don't know. That's nice. He didn't even taste it
Here we
yet.
go.
No,
Witch Doctor.
I've had Witch Doctor though before. That was actually the first beer I ever drank at Pocock was Witch Doctor, like
Really?
3 years ago when they opened. Yeah.
Well, here you go. Witch Doctor, made by Pocock Brewing Company, located in Santa Clarita, California.
Exactly less than a block away from where we're filming right now. Ooh.
Is an imperial, imperial oatmeal stout.
Oh, it's an oatmeal stout, not a chocolate.
It is 10.4% ABV and 45 IBUs.
Oh.
45. That's a lot higher than I thought.
Joe, I'm so sorry for your terrible pour. If you're looking on YouTube right now, I poured him like 50% head, 50% beer.
know what else
If you're
it's like?
curious,
Oh,
this is
Jordan's
what
fine.
Pocock says about Witch Doctor. The aromas of our imperial stout float from your glass like the music from a jazz procession on the streets of New Orleans. This deep, dark beer is packed full of stone fruit, raisin, orange, vanilla, and dark chocolate flavors, gifts from the Witch Doctor to awaken your senses. As the song fades, notes of spiced rum haunt your soul, keeping you under our spell. Witch Doctor.
Ooh,
Oh man,
It's-
that beer is so good. I
it's
forgot
one of the
how
most
good that is.
delicious beers.
I haven't had it in a while, and I forgot how good that is. Yeah, Pocock has one of my this 2019's favorite stout for me. Their construction delay with coffee
Yeah.
is an Imperial
Oh,
Russian
man.
stout infused with coffee bean.
And it's delicious.
Oh my
It
gosh,
is
that's
so
like
good.
one of the best things I've had in 2019. Here, you can let Cam have more since he bought it, or
Okay.
Craig or whoever.
That's fine. I don't care. Put it in there.
Um,
Put it
and this is one of my favorite things. Whenever I'm hosting, as soon as
Yeah.
I walk up to the bar, Jeff pours me one.
Yeah,
I don't even have to ask.
because Cam hosts trivia there every Wednesday night, which we hang out at all the time.
Yeah,
should come.
you should come.
Yeah,
because
come
you'll
people
see
who don't
the
live here.
Wreck My Podcast crew. You'll see.
We actually
Campbell.
had a fan come out,
We did.
and she played on our team, which was a lot of fun.
and
Yeah.
we won.
And we did win that
Yeah,
night.
it's all because of Brittany.
Yeah, it was all because
Shout
of
out
her.
to Brittany.
Thanks, Brittany. And last week, even though we got third place, or this week, I guess, we still won because we got the John Cena DVD I wanted.
The tattered Johnson.
Yes, it's so good.
Yeah, it's
I love it.
destroyed. I got
Oh,
that thing for $2.
It's
at,
got
like, a DVD
character.
store.
Nothing's ever broken. It just has
personality.
character. Yeah.
Yeah, man, this beer's so
That's
good.
me.
But yeah, what I'm stoked on is one. I don't know if you guys saw, but they're rebooting All That on Nickelodeon.
You
What?
stole one of mine. Yeah. Go
And
for
they're
it.
also making SpongeBob spin-offs.
Yes, I
with
saw that
characters.
too.
Spin-offs.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they
That
haven't
could-
announced which characters they're going to be following. However, I'm still excited to at least see it a little bit because it was such a major part of all of our development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I heard that, I realized I need to go back and watch like the last 5 years of SpongeBob because
Yeah.
I fell off real hard.
yeah.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
we all did.
That makes me more nervous than excited.
No, I think. Well, what makes me nervous is Steven Hillenburg passed away
Yeah, he's
recently.
gone.
That makes me more nervous
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
this guy who created it is gone. But
I think it depends on the characters because I'm not interested in learning more about Pearl.
or Larry the Lobster. Although actually, I probably would.
You
care.
probably
I
would, 'cause
I
you
love
work
Larry
out,
the
so-
What
Lobster,
about
yeah.
that silverfish? Like, oh, dude.
Actually,
Yeah, I just want to know more about the leg guy.
Yeah.
My leg.
Tune in to Wednesday when we talk about Rocco's Modern Life. The guy who voiced Fred, who's the leg guy, voices someone in Rocco's Modern
Yeah.
Life too.
One of my best friends and probably one of the best artists I know worked on SpongeBob as a storyboard
you said you
illustrator
wouldn't
there.
tell anyone what I do when I moonlight.
Yeah, but she interned in SpongeBob and then
That's crazy.
was one of the
What years?
oh god, when I was in like grad school time, so like 12 and 13.
Okay.
No.
You were in grad school when you were 12 and 13.
Yeah, I'm a genius.
He's so smart.
14
off
and,
cliff there.
maybe 2014 and
15.
15.
So it was close to the end of its run because
Yeah.
it's not still going on anymore, didn't it
No,
end like a
it's
year or
done.
two ago?
There's still occasional episodes.
Yeah, they
but it's
do
not
like
it's not
TV
nearly as
movies and
episodic,
mini series, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not seasons
Yeah,
anymore.
but my friend Holly worked on it, and she's actually really excited for the
That's
spin-offs
super cool.
because she's still
Shout out
close
Holly.
with all the people there. Yeah, Holly's amazing.
Hardcore Holly.
You know what show I really wish never stopped and would keep going or gets a spinoff?
The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Fairly Odd.
Actually,
Parents.
yeah.
I was going with strictly cartoons. Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd
I
Parents was
was good.
great.
loved
I did
that
love
show.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Like that show was really really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do an episode of Wreck My Podcast for Fairly Odd Parents
Yeah,
too,
that'd be
because
cool.
that's
Love
a
it.
fun one.
And then the second thing I'm stoked about is tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., I am driving to San Diego to go have a weekend because out of Los Angeles area because
Because you can.
Because I can. I have a 4-day weekend. I've been very busy. And
Sometimes you got to get away.
Got to get away. I'm going to go see a friend there. She's super dope. We're going to go to the Belching Beaver Brewery. So I'm going to bring back some stuff for all of us to drink. It's going to be really cool. Yeah.
Can you bring me back some merch?
Some what?
Merch.
Yeah, I'll bring you back some merch.
I thought he said mulch. He's making a garden in the back.
A hat and a t-shirt? No.
Yeah,
maybe
just
some
Venmo me
mayonnaise.
money.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
You know what I really like about this specific episode of Run Around Table? We're just kind of talking.
Yeah.
Like normally we're very amped up and trying to be super funny, but now we're just kind of talking.
Yeah, we're
I
just having
like
a good
that.
time.
It's a little more relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will. I'll bring back any Belching Beaver merch for you guys because I'm going to the thing.
Can I get a beaver?
Yeah, I'll bring you one. You squeeze that stomach and it's like. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna.
That's
I never
exciting.
specified what kind of beaver.
No.
We have to,
But I do have fun news for listeners so they can gear up.
Gear up, listeners.
Yeah, the play that I am directing, The Odd Couple, at Crespi Carmelite High School. I know that's my high school. That I should have just been like, DM us for information.
Yeah.
Crespi is not where it's at.
It's not. It's not that high school in Encino. But the play I'm directing, we solidified our dates. We're going to be running 5 shows all in a row from March 7th to March 11th.
Nice.
And if you come in, I'll kick you I'll give you free admission, and I will give you a Wreck My Podcast
Merch.
sticker that we have
Ooh.
been thinking about.
Thinking about doing.
I drew a design.
Yeah.
I think we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure
He's
something out. It'll be good. Droted, yeah.
But yeah, I'll pass those out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. How about you, Joe? You stoked on anything? Nothing on your brain?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, okay. Well, I have.
Also, Cam, we'll try and figure this out. We went to the most amazing speakeasy in San Diego. We need to try and re-find it.
Oh yeah. It basically the
all
front
our listeners
door,
in San Diego.
its front door has like an attorney's office.
It's a black door.
I'll get you some information on it.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah. Sorry, listeners.
There,
You
there's
don't get
also this thing
Yeah,
in
it's
San
not-
Diego called Petco Park. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Yeah.
Can you tell me what sport happens there?
Yeah, baseball.
Baseball? I don't know anything
Yeah.
about
Curling?
baseball or the
I-
national.
Curling.
I've walked outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I've stayed at the hotel connected to it.
Oh, nice.
Never been inside.
I don't know anything about the stadiums that are all part of the National League West. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
you don't seem like the kind of guy that knows anything about that.
I don't know anything about baseball,
We showed
yeah.
up in San Diego for a certain friend's bachelor party, and he was too drunk to get kicked out.
Yeah. Shout out Kylan.
Instead of certain friends, I was giving anonymity.
If you want to know who Kyle Lynn is, go back
Oh
and
my
watch our
God, Joe.
90s kids trivia episode.
Sorry,
It's
Kyle.
like,
I was
episode
trying to be the
8,
homie.
Episode 8 or 9. Go back and watch that.
What does it matter?
You know what? I was at that bachelor party, I think, but I left early because I had a weird foot thing. I didn't.
No, that wasn't that.
Oh, that
one.
wasn't.
that was
wasn't
No,
Andy's.
you had a convention that you couldn't make it.
Wait, which
You didn't go-
bachelor party were you talking about?
Kyle.
Kyle's.
Oh, Kyle's, yeah.
his second one.
It's actually Kyle's. I thought you were talking about Andy's. Never mind.
No.
These are all names that people know, right? Okay,
Well,
cool.
they've been on the podcast before.
That's true. All-
Many a moon ago.
all my friends
As
have been on
Jordan
the
would say,
podcast.
3 moon ago.
3 moon ago.
3 moon ago.
3
Jordan,
moon
what
ago.
are you stoked
Okay,
on?
so here's what I'm stoked on. I said all that as well.
Yeah.
And Keenan Thompson's the one who's
He's producing
spearheading it.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so,
good.
So that's cool. There's
Kel?
the Breaking Bad. Well, Kel was probably going to show.
Oh,
it.
the Breaking
Bad
Bad
movie.
Oh, yes,
So
that's
here's
right.
what's cool. Here's the article I read. Do you miss Breaking Bad and just don't
Yes.
feel like Better Call Saul fills the void?
Yes.
Well, we have some good news. Deadline is reporting that not only is Breaking Bad film coming, it'll air on both AMC and Netflix. No word yet on when the movie will be released, but the rumor is that it will focus on Aaron Paul's Jesse Pinkman after the whole show's done. Which I'm like, how is so I'm guessing Cranston isn't going to be in it then, right?
Well, he
because if
died.
it's a sequel. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like he's
Yeah.
not going to be in it then, most likely, if this is a sequel show.
Yeah.
But I'm excited it's going to be on Netflix too, because that's kind of cool. Because then
We'll probably-
it's easy for everyone to watch.
Yeah, we'll probably get a dope flashback.
Oh
with
yeah,
him in it,
they
I'm
do
sure.
that a
Yeah,
lot.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be
Okay, and then
so
here's the second
dope.
thing I'm stoked on, and I wasn't gonna put this in, but I had to because I watched the trailer. I hadn't heard of this before, and it was extremely cool, and I thought Cam would enjoy this very much. So I'm gonna show you a trailer for something that's coming out on March 15th on Netflix called Love, Death, and Robots.
Okay, those are 3 of my favorite things.
Here's the thing, though. I am not going to play it on the episode because it's very graphic.
Okay.
This trailer. We'll talk about it afterwards.
interested.
But I'll put the link in the description notes, so if you want to. But it's definitely not safe for work. So watch at your own risk. So we're gonna watch that right now.
Oh, I'm stoked on this.
Oh, that's that. Here we go.
Oh my gosh,
So-
this is my kind of
so
show.
it's an anthology series of 18 short animated films
Right,
where
right,
each
right.
one's by a different person.
I'm in.
And they're all, the only thing they all have in common is that they're animated and that they're all probably for mature audiences.
Yeah.
So
I'm so in.
it looks amazing.
It looks
This-
absolutely
This thing looks,
amazing.
when I heard someone mention it and I'm like, that sounds weird. So I looked at the trailer and I'm like, holy crap. The animation, some of those animation styles were
ridiculous.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Like stunning.
Netflix is free. It's coming up huge.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh
getting that
my
original content,
gosh.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
They're, just
looks
they're
great.
knocking it out of Petco Park. Like, every
Yeah.
time.
Right to the Omni Hotel.
Which, if you know anything about baseball, that doesn't happen often.
Yes,
They,
so
they brought the fences in last year, so it happens a lot more often. But like, it's fine. It's not like the glory days of Adrian Gonzalez when he was there. When he was like for his first 4 years.
Padres are
but
the
that's
only
fine.
the Padres are the only team allowed to juice with PEDs.
So anyway, that's that. That's a cool thing. I think we're going to move
That was
along
sick.
a little bit quicker because we're kind of having a longer episode
Yeah,
than
we've been
normal
talking.
here.
Yeah, let's
We've been
jump.
talking a lot. We're having too much fun. We got to film another episode after this, so we're going to get long. So we're moving on to our next segment. This is where I pose a random question to you guys. And this week, it's not a question we really have to answer. Oh, well, it is a question. You have to answer every question, I guess. But it's not something that we have to contemplate too hard about. Then you'll
Okay.
see why in 1 second. All right. So the first question here is, what's in your fridge right now?
In my fridge, I have 4 Tecates, an entire gallon of chicken noodle soup I made for myself.
Chicken noodle soup.
You made a whole gallon for yourself?
Yeah, because I was gonna make it for a bunch of people, and then no one came to my house, and we went to Lazy Dog
I was
instead.
gonna come to his house, but
But that's fine. And then I've got my roommate's leftover Little Caesar's pizza, and then all of my stuff to make like veggie and fruit smoothies in the morning.
Oh, nice. How about you guys?
well, mine's probably.
I bet you Joe has a ton of crap he doesn't even know about because Chelsea probably cooks all the time.
Well,
so-
their fridge is also very clean. Doesn't have a whole lot in it.
Yeah.
I live with 3 other people, so
That's
the
true.
diversification is huge.
yeah, in your house, the fridge does not look that nice.
You know what? That's just factually rude.
I mean, that is a
Actually,
really nice fridge.
That's a
though.
really nice fridge. That's probably like a $3,000 fridge right
That's
there.
the fridge
Yeah.
that Jordan and Madison were looking at to get.
Pretty much.
Well,
Yeah.
look, they have a double oven? Is that like an
yeah.
espresso?
This looks
machine
like
next to it?
looks like almost.
That
This looks like
an
a.
espresso
wine, No, that
machine?
looks like a wine chingadera.
Yeah, I think that's like a wine chiller or something,
Oh,
or
yeah, okay.
maybe a bread maker.
I'm really blind, so I
The,
can't see it.
the actual terminology is chingadera.
There-
This is pretty much a bigger
no,
version.
it's not.
This is pretty much a bigger, nicer version of my house right now because it has almost the same exact backsplash and cabinets, just different color.
way.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so
Hashtag
you have a bunch of crap. What's
Weird-
yours in it
awkward-
though?
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah. What's yours in the fridge though?
Okay. We have assorted sandwich stuff. We have vegetables, carrots, tomatoes, other stuff like that. Lettuce. We have condiments. We have different sauces. We have diet peach.
What kind of
Snapple,
sauces
Yeah,
do
what
you
kind
like?
of sauces?
Like A1 sauce.
Do you use the ranch?
If you're making steak
Ranch,
appropriately, you don't need A1 sauce.
mayonnaise, ketchup,
Ugh, mayonnaise.
butter, cream cheese. We have milk. We have probably bad milk. We have we have
The truth.
We have
Sniff test.
We have creamer. We have assorted beers that I have bought, and also Ryan works at Budweiser, so there's
Oh, cool.
assorted Budweiser
cool.
brands.
You need to replace every Budweiser with the Wiser Dude.
exactly.
He jumped before he so I can jump back in. I also have like 6 different edibles in my fridge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Don't do jokes, kids.
Aren't all food that edible?
For the most part.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah.
there's so much random stuff
Yeah.
in the fridge.
Joe, do you even know what's in your fridge or not really?
I do, but I think my fridge is probably the most empty.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mine's pretty empty too, though.
We
Oh
have.
yeah, yours is really.
We never keep a
empty.
lot of stuff in my house.
Yeah, neither do we.
Jor-
We have a
Jordan's
lot of
like SpongeBob.
vegetables.
Guys, I went to Jordan's house for not Jordan, you're Jordan. I went to
Jordan.
Joe's house for the first time last night, and
Oh,
it's
the
the
very
exact same
first
model as the house I grew up in.
Oh, that's weird. That's
Yeah,
trippy.
It was so weird. And where all of Joe's music stuff is, it was my childhood bedroom.
Oh, and that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's like you were playing in your bedroom again.
Yeah, it was pretty rad.
Yeah.
Well, let's
So
hope,
what-
let's hope he wasn't playing in his bedroom. Like
So
he used
what's
to.
okay, Craig. What's in your fridge?
A lot of vegetables. Parsnips. What is happening here?
Don't laugh away from the mic.
No, he's
Well,
got to,
has to,
otherwise
'cause
it
it's
goes
too
way
loud.
too loud.
About 3 bottles of white wine, a ton of Modelo's, a ton of White Claws. Those are Chelsea's favorite. But
Man,
they're
you guys just have a lot of
delicious.
beverages.
What is White Claw?
It's like
It
that
is
alcoholic spritzer thing,
seltzer
right? Yeah.
water.
Oh, that stuff's gross.
And it's all they're pretty good.
I get
think
a
they're good.
million ads on Instagram for them, and I've never had one in my life.
They're gross. I had one for free at like a beer festival they did in Santa Clarita.
I think they're good,
And they
but
were
they're
like
pretty much a
demoing-
chick drink.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
So you pretty much just have
Basic
beverages in
girl.
your
I'd rather
in your
drink
fridge.
a Smirnoff
We
Ice.
have a ton of leftovers.
Oh.
Like there's shepherd's pie in there. There's
Shepherd's pie.
all sorts of leftovers.
So I grocery shop like they do in Europe, where I go almost every morning and I only buy pretty much what I'm going to use for dinner that night.
Right.
But I keep all my breakfasts and my lunch foods pretty well stocked, which is essentially just almond milk to make my overnight oats
Nice.
with. We always have a bag of carrots. We always have apples in the fridge. And I always have some type of like meat or something for my lunches for like a sandwich or something. And
Horse
then there's
meat?
horse meat. And then there's like
That is
barbecue
actually
sauce
really good.
and a bunch of beer. And that's all that's in my fridge. And we have 2 frozen pizzas in the freezer and 2 pints of ice cream.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When Cole lived with me 7 months ago, he bought a thing of like Thin Mints from the Girl Scouts. And
Oh,
he put
that's
them
in my
the freezer
freezer now, too, right now.
So he put them in the freezer over a year ago, and like I one night was imbibing a little too hard, and I was like, oh, I just want cookies. And like I opened up my freezer, and I was like,
Yes.
and I was like, oh, Thin Mints. And I ate like half of them, and I was like, I didn't buy Thin Mints this year. And I was like, am I gonna die? And like I think I text like my friend Lily, and I was like, Lily, am I gonna die? And she was like, you know what, if you do, you went out eating Thin Mints.
Yeah, there you go. That's the greatest way to go out ever.
By the way, I've been going. I had to go to Target a couple times this week, and they've been outside there, and it's like I have to, like shamefully like walk by, like no, I can't. I'm trying to be good.
I actually sought them out the other day because I bought them because we really wanted them. So I looked up. They actually have locators now.
Yeah, they do.
Where they tell you what times they are. So like they had them at the 7-Eleven right across the street here. So I walked up and it was so funny. The 2 little girls were standing there and like all these people were going into the 7-Eleven, but no one was paying any attention to them. So I walk up and I'm like, I actually want to buy cookies. So I was like talking to them like, what are your favorites? Because like,
Yeah, but
you're
that's
just trying to be
cute,
nice with them and
nice,
stuff. And they're telling me like, oh, I like these, I like these. I'm like, cool, how much are they? They're like $5 a box. I'm like, okay, I have $15, so I'll get 3 boxes. And the little girl goes, well, we take credit cards now too. And her mom is like, they don't mess around when it comes to cookies. I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah,
that's
obviously. you can't just buy 3
Yeah,
boxes.
you can't joke around with that. I've already eaten 2 full boxes of Samoas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, those are so good.
Give me some more of those, please.
At
seriously,
school,
though.
our math teacher, Mr. like he walks up.
Shout
and
out, Mr.
Nah, we don't need to shout him out. He walks up and he like lays down this like paper order form, and he's like, "Just want you all know I'm your cookie plug." He's like, so
Nice.
he's like, my daughter's trying to hit this mark, so whatever you need. And he walked up to every single faculty member and was like, "How much can I put you down for?" And he's like really intimidating.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, 2 boxes of tagalongs, man. And he was like, I
Just 2?
yeah, well, yeah, because I'm trying to be sexy
What-
again.
Nah,
What-
yeah.
was this finger
You're bringing
wagging
sexy
guy?
back?
No, this wasn't finger wag guy. Finger wag guy is a douchebag. Is not a douchebag. Oh, Mr. is not a
Damn.
and so
Don't worry, I bleep those out.
Yeah.
okay, good. And I got my like 2 boxes of tagalongs, and I kid you not, I ate a full box in one night and
Yeah.
like just sipped milk like out of the carton, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm living my best life.
Seriously though, when I got those Girl Scout cookies, Madison also got ice cream. So not only did I eat a buttload,
A shit ton.
yeah, of
A shit-
I tried to edit myself.
You also said a shit buttload.
I
Just
did, yeah, a shit buttload of cookies, but also a ton of ice cream with it too.
Yeah.
It was
Quick-
glorious.
Yeah, it's amazing.
glorious.
Quick break to come right back. There actually is a term, an actual metric number for a buttload.
Oh really?
I believe it is 128.5. I
Okay.
can look it up.
128.5
Butt units.
Units.
I think
The
I
unit
think
is butt
pounds.
units.
Butt units.
I think
BUs.
it's pounds. I'll double check right now.
And it's the IBUs, International Butt Units.
Yeah. I weigh 1.5 buttloads then.
Buttload. Yeah.
Jordan, since you have them in your freezer right now, did you know that if you buy 1 pizza, you can feed yourself for a night? but if you buy 2 pizzas, you can feed yourself for a night.
That is the truest statement I have ever heard. No matter how much pizza is there, it's all gone.
It's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, a butt is a traditional unit of volume used for wines and other alcoholic beverages. A butt is generally defined by 2 hogsheads, but the size of hogsheads varies according to the contents. In the United States,
Some hogs
a
are bigger than
hogshead
other.
is typically 63 gallons, and a butt is 126 gallons.
Wow, we can fit a lot
So
in our
a
butts, guys.
buttload is 162 gallons.
Wow.
You just learned something today, everyone.
I don't think I could fit that in my
How much
butt.
weight is 162 gallons?
I
Like
am
in
not
pounds.
Nostradamus.
Just no. You have to find-
Just
You have Nostradamus in your pocket.
Siri, how many pounds is 162 gallons?
It's 26, 126.
Sorry, pounds and gallons
Hang
are
on.
not
Ask
compatible.
Siri, ask Siri how many pounds
'Cause doesn't it matter-
is a buttload.
It's what liquid is in it would matter.
Siri, how many pounds are in a buttload? Okay, Siri doesn't understand. She's a robot.
So let's move on to this next question real quick here. We'll reel it back in.
Yeah,
I said I wanted to just do really tiny. Sorry. I was
Well, here's the thing. I have a second random question for you.
Okay.
Random.
What is the 10th photo in your camera roll right now?
Oh shit.
Wait,
from
what
the
is it?
beginning or from the bottom?
From the bottom, from
wait,
newest. The 10th newest
the 10th
picture in
newest.
your camera roll right now. And then you got to send them to me so I can put them up on the screen when we talk about them for
Oh,
everyone.
God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2.
What if it's a nude? I'm just
This
kidding.
one's really dumb.
No,
Mine's
so
really
cute.
Mine's a video.
Mine's a screenshot of a conversation I had between me and Kevin Dillagero that I sent to Doom.
To
My-
who?
A
An
guy,
Xbox Live.
Oh,
an
friend.
Xbox Live friend that I've never
Well, you
met.
still got to send it to me.
Okay.
Is it incriminating?
No, it's just we're talking.
Okay, you got to
we're-
send it to me then.
yeah.
I'm throwing that up on the screen right now.
My
Here's a
10th
picture of a text
picture-
message.
My 10th picture is one of the cutest pictures.
All right, let's see your 10th picture.
I'm sending it to you right now.
Oh!
I wish we would have gone 11 because I have a picture of Case Wine because I realized that Case Wine and Casey Affleck look very similar.
That's true, yes. That's a cute picture of a dog.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
my God.
Senna.
Is that
Senna
your
Brit-
guys' dog?
No, it's Chelsea's.
Oh,
Chelsea's
Chelsea's
brothers.
dog.
Dog
Oh,
Senna.
Senna
That's the
Brenna.
10th picture
Okay,
in my
So backstory for Senna
phone.
Brenna.
Oh my gosh.
Cam's
she's
kind
the
of quiet over there. He's
cutest-
So-
deleting photos.
She's the
Cam,
cutest
we
dog.
all did the accurate photo. You
love
cannot.
with
Is it the
her.
photo of you making out with the dude on Wednesday?
It is, isn't it?
Is it really?
It is, isn't it?
I mean, you asked for the picture, so you have to use it.
Was I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to send that to me. We'll let people's imagination take over.
I
on
just
that
sent
one.
it to you.
Oh,
You
did
put it
you?
up. I don't
Perfect. We're
give a
putting it
shit.
up
Yeah.
then. We're putting it up. Mine is a video that I'm going to show you guys
Well,
right
that's
now.
why I said photo. I skipped over videos
Oh.
and went directly to photos.
Well, if I skipped over video, then mine is the picture of the outside of Pasadena City Hall where they
Nice.
film Parks and Rec. But if we do legit like everything, my video is my dog humping her giant bear while watching wrestling. Yep. When we watch
You know what's
wrestling,
funny?
she
My-
really gets into it.
What's funny is my parents had gotten their dog a giant bear too.
Yeah.
And that was the only toy their dog Bailey would hump as well. What is with
My
dogs
dog's-
and giant
And
bears?
dogs being named Bailey humping things. My dog's Bailey too.
like I've heard a lot of like even like male and female dogs
Yeah.
will hump. I knock on wood. Ellie has never humped.
But it's not sexual; it's dominance.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Like she's fixed, so it's not like she's doing
Ellie
it. You
is
know.
a very submissive dog. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't do a small
Small
little-
tangent. All right, and
small
then we're going into
tangent-
trivia,
small
and then
tangent
we're moving on.
Chelsea's brother's dog, Senna
Yes.
Brenna. So this dog was in Lancaster and it was in a kill shelter.
Ooh, yeah.
And it was-
Everyone
it-
go safe from kill shelters.
It was next in line to get euthanized. It was the paperwork was already done. He's like, I'm
Everything
here-
was already set up. Like it was.
That's crazy.
Good to go.
He's like, I'm here to pick up this dog. Like, you cannot pick up this dog. It's next in line. It's about to be euthanized. And he said, no, I'm picking up this dog. They said, you can't. Like a badass, he busts through the door.
Yeah, he, like-
picks up the dog.
This is Jordan?
No, this is
Oh.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Okay.
I believe so. And he picks up the dog and
Or
said,
it might
like,
be
he's like, I'm
Jake-
taking this
Jacob.
dog home. Like, what we're gonna do? Like, you can just say you killed it. I don't care. I'm taking it home.
Yeah,
And
he
took
literally
the
he
dog
just
home.
he didn't listen to them. Went right to the back,
And this
grabbed the dog, and said, "I'm
it is
taking
the
his
most
dog and I'm
beautiful.
leaving."
Everyone,
Yeah,
go,
that dog
go
is
look,
cute.
Go look at the picture on
Yeah.
on the YouTube channel.
I'll
It
send
is
you
the-
more pictures. She is
She is the
adorable.
most beautiful.
I am in love with her.
I'm biased. I own a pit bull. I'm a huge pit bull lover. I rescued mine off the side of the road.
sending
They're
you
the
more
most
pictures.
loving
Cool.
dogs.
They really are.
They have.
Yeah.
It honestly breaks my heart because I saw on Facebook.
You sent it to my iPad. Send it to my phone.
There's people out there going on Craigslist, like picking up for sale or free pit bulls and
Yeah.
Just
killing
killing
them
them,
right afterwards.
Pit
And-
bulls?
Yes,
is
people
the
have a
most
very
adorable
negative
thing.
connotation
Well,
towards pit
here's the
bulls.
problem.
No, they don't understand.
It's not the pit bull. It's
my
the
God.
stupid
No. Well-
owners because pit bulls
there's
need a strong owner.
No, there's a lot of misconceptions out there. One, that pit bulls are very aggressive. They're not. They're a very loving dog. They were bred to be the babysitter dog.
Yeah.
So they, as a dog,
Yeah,
they
the live photo, the lick is the
babysat kids
best.
as like in their early days and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And two, they're like, oh, everyone's like they have the hardest bite. No, police dogs, the German Shepherd,
German
Shepherds.
have the
German
hardest
Shepherds
bite,
scare me.
and they're way more aggressive.
Oh yeah,
dogs.
German
I
Shepherds.
will
are
say
super
right now,
aggressive.
I just looked at the picture of that dog. That is one of the cutest dogs
And
I've seen in my
It's
entire life.
awesome because it's a live
No,
photo.
as someone who
it's the lick
has a
that just gets
pit bull
me.
and loves mine, it is like
Yeah,
like 1% less
That's
cute
so
than my
funny.
dog because gray
Yeah.
is my favorite dog color, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like I want to get my dog a companion, but it is
Yeah.
when you
well,
rent it's very difficult.
Castaic shelter is full right now, which means if you live out here, go rescue from Castaic because they're a kill shelter. Go get those dogs out.
And
They're a
if,
kill
if you want to
shelter?
get your dog
Yeah.
a companion butt, you should find me a companion butt instead that I can have fun with.
A companion butt.
I want a companion butt. Can I get a companion butt?
It'd be
I
cool
wanna
if we
come-
had multiple
actually,
butts. We could just
no.
like switch one out for the other. So when one's dirty, we're like, all right,
Yeah,
put the
like
clean one
alternate
on.
butts.
when
Why is it so dirty?
when I
I poop a lot.
I didn't know
Whoa,
Castaic was a
buttload
kill
holds
shelter.
a
Yeah,
lot.
Castaic's
Because
kill.
when
That's
I-
why we always go and
when
get
I,
from there.
When I found my dog, I took the other dogs I found with her
Mm-hmm.
to that shelter, and they luckily got rescued right away.
Yeah.
I kept tabs on them, and they got rescued.
And the
right
thing is
away.
about Castaic is most of their dogs are absolutely adorable. So they usually get taken
I
pretty
think,
quickly.
I think out in the Lancaster AV area, they have a lot of kill shelters because
Yeah.
where I found
There's
my
so
dog
many
was
strays.
out in the AV. It was in Acton.
Tons of strays out
And
there.
apparently, like she had obviously been like left there, and I've since done a little bit of research. Like out in the Acton Desert area, when people are like, "Oh, we can't deal with this dog anymore," they just go out and leave them there.
Yeah.
So ladies
That's
and
why when
gentlemen-
we had the dog that we couldn't keep, we didn't take it to the pound. We found a new home for it. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you got to do.
Ladies
So-
and gentlemen,
when you-
adopt, don't shop.
Yeah.
When you upload these photos, just to go back, use the one that I'm sending to the group chat because I blocked out this guy's work logo on his shirt.
Oh, okay, cool. Like, as he
That was
asked.
smart.
Yeah.
Can we actually tell this story?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Just a little of a
Okay,
background
guys,
here?
this is going to be an hour and a half long episode.
I could do it real quick. So at trivia, we were doing a Valentine's Day round. So for
This is
bonus
at
points,
Pocock.
at Pocock. So for bonus points, I asked people to kiss someone at their table, upload it, tag my boss in it, and then you would get a bonus point, right?
I have to
and
ask
then
you, did Ryan create this question, or
Yeah,
did you?
Ryan
okay,
created
so
the
it's
question.
not your fault.
But I created the stipulation where I said, if you want to kiss me, I'll give you 4 points, right? Just making a joke.
Yeah.
And this man, like
Big
sprint-
man
he's
With a
big.
huge mustache.
Big mustache.
Yeah, sprints from like his table up to me, and I was like, all right, let's do this. And so
Pushes
like,
his girlfriend out of the way.
yeah, and then like I embraced him for the picture, right? Kissed him. Someone took the picture, and then he shoved his like tongue down my throat and went like tonsil spelunking.
Yeah.
And he tasted, and I mean, I kissed him back, but like,
yeah. Yeah. Like, you got to go with it.
Yeah.
You got to roll with it,
Um,
right?
And so I made out with this like scratchy mustache guy, and then, but his mouth tasted exactly like peanut butter. Like,
you should have inserted.
Jordan.
You should have
This, is
inserted.
all,
would've-
this
I
has
would've
you
loved
written
that.
all
Jordan,
over it.
Jordan, you
I
should have
would've
used
loved
the
that.
soundbite right there. No, it's close.
So what did it taste like?
I saw like the most pubes of my life.
There we go. I don't know.
The,
I don't know
the
which
careless
one.
whisper was amazing though.
Yeah.
But the picture that we're gonna upload, it's like one of the most cinematic looking photos ever. Like it looks
Yeah.
like my jawline looks ridiculously strong. In it.
What's also really funny too is so like he had his girlfriend there, and just it happened to be coincidentally, but she looked very pissed. We found out later she was
No,
embarrassed.
I don't believe that at all. I believe she was pissed because
she
she
was
looked like she
pissed.
was not talking to him,
No.
and they left
Yeah.
right after.
Yeah.
Right
And
after.
then when we told the other team, we're like, "Oh, was she mad?" And they're like, "No, she was just embarrassed. She's not mad." Our friend Kipka goes, "Yeah, because everyone storms out when they're happy." And it's like, yeah, what are you trying to hide here? She was
Yeah,
pissed.
I'm just afraid that like he kissed me way more passionately than
Right?
she's ever been kissed.
yeah.
Or it could just be that they've been together for so long that they don't kiss like that anymore, and that would make.
I still
mean,
kiss my wife like that.
No, and you, as you should. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, as someone, like, if I was dating someone for a long period of time and I didn't get kiss passion like that anymore,
And you saw that.
well, if I saw that, I would be like, Well, if it was never mind. If it was another girl,
All right,
like,
so
yeah.
it's that time of the podcast.
There we go.
Coin operated boy sitting on the shelf.
This podcast is bullshit.
Okay, so this is, and now you're pulling the thing. Wait, Cam, don't go so far. You're getting too into it.
That's what Joe told him last night.
Don't pull the thing. You're going too far.
So here,
You're getting too into it.
You're getting too into it. So here on the Wreck My Podcast, we have a title, the Universal Champion of the Wreck My Podcast. Cam is the title holder. He will
Yes, I am.
be defending it today on a trivia game. We have 10 questions this time.
You know
Okay.
what?
What's our topic?
Cam, you know what, Cam? I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
The title belt, it no longer runs on coins. It runs on debit or credit only. So you, my friend, are screwed.
I'm going to tell you right now that I'll believe in analog until the day I die. I don't.
Well, here,
I
I
know
don't.
something in common. I believe in analog too.
I don't know who's gonna win this one
Dollar
because we
bills,
have Batman trivia.
Yeah.
10 questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is Joe. We might have a new champion.
I know.
We
Yeah,
might have a
probably.
new
Yeah.
champion.
I don't know. You said that last time, and that was an epic fail.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's because I thought it was only on Boy Meets World and Friends, and like he is the most knowledgeable about.
yeah,
both
Boy
those
Meets World.
shows.
I know I should do a Boy Meets World episode
I'm
or
a Marvel
trivia.
guy.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Batman. 10 questions. You call in with your name if you think you know it. I have multiple choice, but if you don't want to wait for them,
Okay.
you chime in. I'm gonna stop right where I'm at. You got to answer.
Okay.
Joe, you are the chosen one.
Sure.
You were meant to bring balance to the Waynes. So
To the Waynes?
yeah, the Waynes.
It's waning outside.
That is my.
Oh my God.
And Wayne is my middle name.
Wayne. Yeah.
He means the Wayne brothers.
The Wayans.
The
All right.
Wayans.
Number 1. What are Bruce Wayne's parents' names? A. Or 1. Or whatever. Thomas and Martha.
Joe. It's Thomas and Martha.
Yeah. There you go.
I knew the mom was Martha, but I couldn't
Yeah.
remember the father.
Because in Batman v Superman, it was like, Martha.
It's like
Martha.
Why you say that name?
All right.
no. Superman says why you.
Yeah.
No, it is Batman. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
2. Who is credited with creating Batman? Is it Bob Kane, Jack Kirby, Joe Shuster, or Jerry Siegel?
Cam. Kirby.
It is not Kirby.
Joe. Kane.
It is Kane. Bob Kane. 2-0. Could we get a sweep? A bat sweep. The original Batgirl is related to what familiar Batman
Cam.
character?
Cam. Commissioner Gordon.
That is correct.
Incorrect.
No!
I totally thought this is what it was. The original?
Yeah. Alfred, Commissioner Gordon.
Krager.
Joe. Fuck.
Alfred.
No.
Oh, shit.
Joe, you said Joe before I did anymore. You got to answer now.
Damn it, those are my two answers.
Who is Batgirl originally related to that's a Batman character? And it's a familiar Batman character.
I am going to say...
Robin.
That's actually what I was thinking of. Robin.
Nope. It's Batwoman. So no one gets a point for that. Batgirl
See,
was originally Batwoman.
Well, I mean, in the iconic Batman with George Clooney.
Well, no. Now, Batgirl. Right now, Batgirl is Barbara Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah,
Barbara Gordon.
So, but this was the original.
See, I was
Batgirl.
thinking of the one with George Clooney where.
Well, ever since
Okay.
like the 90s, it's been that
Joe's
way.
still up 2-0.
2-0. What writer first referred to Batman as the Dark Knight? Bob Kane, Frank Miller.
Cam. Frank Miller.
Incorrect.
Fart.
Bill Finger, Christopher
Krager.
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
Nope.
Joe. Bill Finger.
Is Bill Finger.
I wanted to say Bill Finger, but you said
Joe is
Christopher Nolan. I was like,
3-0.
I had to go.
3-0 right now. All right. Who killed Jason Todd?
Joe.
Yeah,
The Joker.
that is correct. We have 4-0 right now.
I am so happy. Wow.
What Batman villain was murdered and thrown into Slaughter Swamp? Was it Copperhead? Was it Solomon Grundy? Was it Onyx? Or was it Jackanapes?
Krager.
Yes.
Solomon Grundy.
It is Solomon Grundy.
I was
I had
hoping
a
to.
Solomon
Sounds like the
Grundy,
Grundle.
born
I had a
on a
feeling it was Solomon
Monday.
Grundy, too.
Yeah.
Taking the points away.
All right,
from
so
Cam.
4-1. Who first
Hercules,
replaced
Hercules.
Batman when he was paralyzed by Bane? Was it Nightwing? Was it Robin? Was it Azrael? Or was it the Red Hood?
Joe.
Yes,
I'm torn between two answers, but I'm going to go Azrael.
it is Azrael.
Yeah.
5-1
Good
to 0.
Answer, good answer.
And then we know that from Arkham City or Arkham
I believe it's
Knight.
City.
Yeah, I can't remember which one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
Can you
mention
look
it in
into
that
the
game.
camera right now, please.
I'm pretty sure no one can beat Joe at this point. What writer penned The Dark Knight Returns in 1986? Was it Bob Kane, Grant
Krager.
Morris?
Bob Kane?
Nope.
Oh. You said
Grant
Kane.
Morrison, Frank Miller.
Frank Miller.
It is Frank Miller. We have 5 to 1 to 1. Who produced and directed the 1964 film Batman Dracula? That's a thing. Never heard of it.
What?
Who produced and directed? Was it Mel Brooks?
Krager. Mel Brooks.
No. Stanley Kubrick, Roman Polanski, or Andy Warhol?
Oh, Cam, that sounds so Warhol to me.
It's Andy Warhol.
No.
Freaking Batman
Joe, you
Dracula.
should've-
This is something we have to watch.
Yeah, we have to
on
watch
I am
that.
so excited.
All right, last question.
Oh.
Joe's winning. What is the name of the 4-issue story arc in which Joker kills Robin? Is it Slow Dance?
Joe.
Yeah.
Death to the Family.
Yep, Death in the Family.
Yeah.
Hang on. Wait. I have Joe's music.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel like I should be stripping right now.
Do it. Get in. Get
We
in
have a new champion.
Get in there. Dance with it.
Yeah. So that means there you go. That means Joe is our new champion. He is the universal champion of Wreck My Podcast. It's your first title reign. How do you feel about that? He thinks this is awesome.
This is awful.
So Joe won Batman trivia. All right, we normally have one more segment at the end of our show called Video Killed the Podcast Star, but I'm going to just save that for next time because we went super long on this. So for everyone who out there who made it to this point, thank you for taking this trip with us for an hour and a half of talking about nothing and everything, and I'm going to play us out right now. We are on Instagram and Twitter at WreckMyPodcast, or you can shoot us an email at wreckmypodcast@gmail.com. We're on all major podcasting apps and YouTube if you want to see our beautiful faces. Rate, review, and subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really helps us out. We have a Patreon where you can go and give us a little bit of money. That's patreon.com/WreckMyPodcast. We have 2 patrons, Ryan Buds from Trivia with Buds and Cole Phen of Cole Phen Enterprises. They're awesome. Come join them. If you don't want to give us money directly, no worries. You can go to wreckmypodcast.com and click the Amazon link at the top of the website. Anything you buy will kick us back a little bit of money. Doesn't charge you anything more, but we get a little bit of that money. That definitely helps out. Thank you to Ben from Petrified Gumbo Music for that amazing song. If you have a podcast or show that you need a composition for, hit him up. He has a weird name, but amazing music. We have a Round Table come out every Monday, so we'll see you next week. And this week, on our normal Wreck My Podcast that comes out on Wednesday, we're doing Rocco's Modern Life, so go ahead and check that out. Thank you to my guests, and thank you to everyone who listened and watched. You guys rock. Goodbye. Okay.
So as I was saying, I'm in the right-hand turn lane, and there's a car in front of me. You know, we have the red light. I'm waiting there, and I noticed like only 1 or 2 cars have passed in the past 30 seconds to a minute, and this guy still hasn't turned right. And I'm just like, so I give a little like, you know, like a little doo-doo, and then he awkwardly in the wrong timing starts to go, and then he eventually goes. Well, at the next light, we end up next to each other, and like I was past him, and then so I stop and I see in my rearview mirror like he's pulling up next to me. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I was like, look at my phone, whatever. And I look over, and this guy is. I mean this in the least racist way possible. Like I'm just describing who he was. He was just an Indian man, like
here, I'll take a little bit.
He looked like he was from India. If that's just the way I'm describing him, but just like a blank face stare, just like looking at me like this, like.
Oh no!
And I just looked right at him and just went.
Well, no, and it's just like, and like I looked at him like for a solid like 5 seconds, and nothing changed, and I was all like, what? And then he just kept staring. I'm like, okay, and just went on with my day. It was the randomest interaction.
That's super weird. Your mic's not on.
So weird.
Yeah, give it a little bit of a push. There we go. I think I heard it.
Yep.
Push it to the
Yeah.
limit.
This is better.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
I should probably my headphones. Like there we go. I didn't
There,
turn my
turn them
headphones
up. Yeah.
That
They're
makes
weird
sense.
because the headphones turn down.
Yeah, they do.
Do they
don't-
turn down for what?
Turn down Pocock.
Hey.
This morning, since I didn't have to work today because I have a 4-day weekend for President's Day, I'm celebrating 44 of the 45 of them.
I was going to say which president.
Yeah.
Do you think the president gets President's Day off?
I don't know. He declared a national state of emergency and then went to Mar-a-Lago on vacation.
Nah,
So
that's what you got to
where did
do.
You went to where?
He went to Mar-a-Lago. Like
Well, there's a state of emergency here, so it's only smart to make yourself safe elsewhere.
also still in the U.S.
Wait, why are we in state of emergency?
Yeah, not in Washington, D.C.
because of Mexicans, apparently.
What do we do with the Mexicans? Because they're coming up here?
No, yeah, he declared a state of emergency so he can secure the funding for his border wall.
Well, because
I see.
they averted. There was going to be a possible government shutdown. Was it today or tomorrow?
Another one?
Tomorrow.
It was. They need to figure something out. There would have been another one tomorrow. So they came up with a deal. So the government's now funded, and he got like I think 1.4 or 1.5 billion for his wall. And he's all like, I need more money because that's exactly
Imagine-
how it sounds, by the
imagine-
way.
More money, guy.
But imagine like other things in your life where if you couldn't figure it out, you just shut it down. Like, I don't know how to make this dinner.
Shut
That's
it
it.
down.
Kitchen shut down. I'm just not eating tonight. Like, what other areas
That
of
may
your
or may
life can
not
you
be
just
how I
shut
handle
down?
my problems.
Yeah, like that's so dumb.
Like, I have credit card bills.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
This morning, I was laying in bed and like just
Nice.
watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Nice.
Yeah. And I get this like angry knock on
All
my front door.
rise.
Donald Trump was there.
Yeah, and he was like, he was like, I've heard what you've been saying,
And I love it.
and he's like, no, he would hate me.
I think you guys would be like the friends who, like started hating each other, then become the best of friends,
No,
and then we
yeah.
can make a sitcom.
No, no way.
Malador and the Mop.
It's like how'd you and Mr. Trump become friends? Well, I kicked him in the penis as hard as I could the first time I saw him.
And then he's like, "That's what I like."
Yeah,
The micro penis.
yeah, his micro penis.
I forgot
But
about
I
that.
get not angry knock on my door.
Yeah.
And I open it and there's like this like tiny man in like a Superman shirt, and he goes, "Can you keep it down?" And I was like, "I was just laying in bed," and he goes, "You weren't jumping up and down and like making big noises?" I was like, "No." I was like, "I'm like the nicest upstairs neighbor ever."
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm really conscious about that stuff. And he goes, "Not the shuffling or like banging." And I was like, "I have cats. Like they run around, but like they're cats. Like
Yeah.
They weigh like half a pound.
yeah. It's like I have an 8-pound cat and I have like a 13-pound cat. So like, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
And
Maybe they coordinated to jump at the same exact time.
yeah, to make a 21-pound cat.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "You're not making noise." And he goes, "I call bullshit." And I was like, and I looked at him and I was just like, "Okay."
Okay.
And
Enjoy being on the bottom bunk.
exactly. And he's like, "And I know I live directly underneath you." And I was like, "How do you know that? Like you've never been here before?"
Yeah.
And the guy was just like, "Well, can you try to keep it down?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." And then I slammed my door.
You know what you should do is you should drill a hole in the floor and then like put your hand through and be like, "Hey, am I above your room?
Yeah.
Is this the guy?"
Put my wiener in it. Just pee all over his bed.
it's all over. You wanted me to keep it
Wait.
down?
Okay, that's a bit aggressive.
What, pee-peeing on his...
No, that's how you deal with neighbors in apartment
You have
complexes.
to assert your dominance.
Yeah.
No, that's just, now you're just claiming the territory. Now you have double the rent.
Yeah. No, he still has to pay that rent. I'm
Did
just
we
now
pay
in-
for America? I don't think so.
We
you,
did.
You claim we paid for Louisiana. That's about it.
We did, but we got it at 5 below. So we got it.
Oh, we got it at 5 below. Yeah, like my headphones broke.
Pilgrims just came and like peed on it, and they were like,
This is
"Source,
it." Yep.
source."
Thanksgiving.
Claimed. Thanksgiving.
All right, you guys ready to start the around table?
Yeah.
Round, round, get
my
around.
voice is,
I
like,
get around,
scratchy.
Yeah, get around, round, round, I get around.
Here, before we do that though,
Are you doing a sound check?
I was going to, but okay, I think we're good. All right.
No.
I forgot to do that way at the beginning, so now I'm gonna have to go really far in to get that. That's gonna suck.
Are we doing at the car wash?
Okay.
No, we're doing the thing that happens at every Dodger game.
Yeah.
Okay. So when the songs are playing, let's try and not talk over them.
I was, you know what?
Yeah.
I was comprehending that.
Yeah. And then on our final song, when we do the outro, I'm just gonna turn our augs all the way down. So after I do the outro stuff and I turn the music back up, we can kind of talk again and won't pick up on the mic.
Good.
Yeah.
So, actually, that's not true. Krager's will still pick up. So maybe let's not talk at the end of
I'll just go like
any
this.
of them. Or no, it's fine. Yeah, you could do that too. Okay, you guys ready for this? The awkward moment where you have to be silent. The awkward moment where you have to be quiet.
Prison wallet.
Bye, I love you.
Bye. It's complicated on Facebook.